Okay, very good morning, all of you. Now, today we'll discuss about the AWS EC2 instance. In last lecture we conducted as a when we launch EC2 instance by using a PPK key. Now, .pem key. Now today we'll discuss about how we will download the pem key. Later on, how we'll convert it into the PPK key, and after that we'll do one static website installation. Okay. So for that purpose, just we'll log in into the AWS. So before that, just I want to say we required a few software. So we'll discuss about that, and later on we'll discuss about the actual practical. Just give me 1 minute. Done. Now we need to do what? First of all, we will launch EC2 instance. So in first step, EC2 instance with .pem key. Okay. Now we will do that. We'll create EC2 instance with .pem key. Now with the help of pem key, we cannot able to access the EC2 instance. Okay, because I am using the Windows operating system. See, this one is my Windows operating system, and from that Windows operating system we cannot able to log in by using a .pem key. Okay, why we use a pem key? Pem key is generally used for the Linux purpose. Okay, so pem key जहाँ use होती है ना, तो वो Linux purpose के लिए use होती है. Now after we downloaded the pem key, we'll convert .pem to .ppk using putty. So this is the software. By using that we will convert .pem key into ppk. After that we can log in into instance. So whatever we launch the instance, we'll log in into that instance. Next step, we will launch static website. We'll launch static websites. Later on we will access static website using public IP. Okay, so today we're gonna discuss about these 5 points. Okay, let's start. So first of all, we required to download the putty application. Okay, so just go to the Google page and download putty download. See, depending on the architecture, you need to download the putty. Okay, for example, if your computer architecture is 32-bit, then download the putty of 32-bit. If your architecture is a 64-bit, then download the putty of 64-bit. Okay, so just this one is a website, putty.org. Okay, so we need to click on the download putty, and certain 32-bit architecture, 64-bit architecture. So depending on that, okay, so click on this to download 64 architecture, and then click on this to download 32-bit architecture. Okay, once you download, this is a signature, so just click on that. It will be installed on your PC. Okay, whatever you have. For example, if you have PC, then we can able to install. If you have laptop, then also you can able to install. So click on that. Okay, so click on that. It will be download. See, the application will be downloaded. Just click on that and install. Okay, so I already installed that. I will show you. I already installed the putty, so that's why I'm not doing installation. See, this one is my putty operation. This putty is already installed. We need to click on the open option. Okay, right click, because I want to show some operations. Open file location and folder. See, I already installed that. So for conversion, we required putty gen. Okay, so we required this for conversion of .pem key into ppk key. Okay, and later on to access the instance from cloud, we required this putty option. So for that we required these 2 options. So what should I do? Just will check whether I have the putty option. Yeah, this one putty option is available on desktop. So I will send putty keygen, okay, putty gen to the desktop. Just 1 minute. this is a putty gen and putty. Okay, so let's launch one instance. Once we launch instance, we'll download the .pem key. Make a note of that, that pem key available for only one time. So whenever we launch the EC2 instance, Elastic Compute Cloud instance, at that time the key will be downloaded. We already know that there are two types of encryption: symmetric encryption and asymmetric encryption. Asymmetric encryption required public key and private key. See, for your instance, public key will be available anywhere. Okay, so AWS take care of that public key. Okay, when we talk about the private key is available once while installing the while launching the instance. Okay, so for example, अगर मुझे इंस्टेंस लॉन्च करने के टाइम पे की मिल गई और later on I lost that key, so we cannot able to access the data. In that case, we cannot able to access the data. So make a note of that while launching the instance. Make a note of that while launching the instance. Whenever we download that private key, we need to maintain or we need to save that key. Okay. So अगर कोई miss होता है तो we cannot able to recover the data also. We cannot able to recover the data also. Let's do the practical. AWS console login. Click on that. Login back. Okay, so I'm trying to log in by using my account. Let's launch one instance. So first of all, we'll check the EC2 dashboard. Does we have any instance running inside our machine? Okay, running inside our region or data center. So right now, instance running 0, dedicated is 0, elastic IP 0, instance is 0. Keep here. We have one. Last lecture हमने use किया था. Load balancer, still they have that information. Okay, security group we have 2. Okay, so right now we don't have any instance running. Okay, so launch instance, click on that. Click on launch instance. We'll install Ubuntu. Okay, so here I will use website. Okay, so I will use website. Later on, just you need to check the OS or AMI. Okay, so for quick instance, just I will use Ubuntu. And I'm trying to use the free tier. So Ubuntu का free tier जो होगा ना वो use करेंगे हम. See, free tier 18 point use करते हैं. Okay, so click on that. Okay, so we provided the name first name. Later on we selected the AMI Amazon machine image having the Ubuntu 18.04. Okay, it is a free tier. Make a note of that. It is a free tier. Later on, just we'll check the family. In that case, just what should I do? I will change the family. Okay, so I can use T2 medium. For that we will get 2 CPUs and 4 GB. Okay, अगर आपको देखना है तो यहाँ complete देख सकते हो which family we need to select. Okay, so ये family में क्या होता है? In that we will select the CPU, virtual CPU. That's why here word is a vCPU and architecture base. Okay, after that how much memory will be allocated. Okay, so these 2 points are important for low level application, and for high level application we'll check for the network speed also, network performance. Okay, but right now just I will choose T2 medium. अब मैं ये जब ये T2 medium use करता हूँ ना तो in that case make a note of that. In that case it is not eligible for free tier. Make a note of that. It is not eligible for free tier. तो ये ना it will charge $0.04 for every hour. Okay, so for that reason whenever we launch the instance, after completion of work we will terminate that instance. So जैसे में हमारा काम खत्म होता है ना, तो at that time we'll terminate the instance. So this is the reason. Okay, so here I will choose T2 medium. Here I will choose T2 medium. Click on the T2 medium and select instance type. See, we provided the name. Later on we selected the AMI, Amazon machine image. Later on we selected the instance type as the family T2 medium. Okay, later on we need to check the key pair. See, right now I have one key pair, existing key pair having name of SYCSE, but right now I don't have that key. Okay, so for अब मैंने ये यूज कर दी SYCSE. Okay, when I use the SYCSE and I don't have that key, so I am not able to access that instance. So make a note of that. Whenever we select the key, at that time that key must be available. Okay, so earlier we created SYCSE with extension PP key. Now we'll create the new key having the name called as a PESCOE. Okay, we required a .pem key. Earlier we created .ppk. Now we will create .pem. See, that pem key is accessible through Linux only. Right now I don't have any Linux. So अगर आपके पास Linux है ना, तो I will suggest .pem key. If you have Windows, then you can choose the ppk. Okay, make a note of that. This version is available on latest. Okay, so earlier or past 3 to 4 years only .pem key is allowed to download, but right now we can download .ppk also. Okay, so we'll select the .pem key. Okay, see, my key is downloaded. I will check the location of that pem key. Okay, download. So we'll post it on desktop. ये क्यों करना है? क्योंकि मिस हो गया ना, तो we cannot able to do that, to access that. Later on, security group. So see, now we need to launch the instance. अब मुझे instance launch करना है, and after that we need to install. We need to host the website. See, for website we required protocol. Which protocol we required? We required HTTPS protocol and HTTP protocol. What is that HTTPS and HTTP protocol? See, the HTTP protocol having port number 8080 and HTTPS 441 protocol port number. See, these are the two protocols which are used to handle the traffic. So for example, if I am trying to access the website, then we require to use HTTP protocol and HTTPS protocol. Okay, what is the difference between HTTP and HTTPS? See, this protocol is secure protocol and this is not secure protocol. Hypertext transfer protocol, name of that protocol, and hypertext transfer protocol secure, called as HTTPS protocol. Okay, so ये port मुझे add करने पड़ेंगे. क्यों? Because whenever I launch the website, that website will be visible on the browser. Okay, so अगर website access करना है, ये करना है, तो आपको ये protocol on करना पड़ेगा. So अब यहाँ तो मेरे पास नहीं है. So what should I do? Allow SSH traffic only anywhere. Okay, अब मुझे ना HTTP protocol भी चाहिए, HTTPS भी protocol भी चाहिए. We require to use HTTP protocol. We require to use internet, like that. We need to add that. Okay, so उससे add करने के लिए आपको क्या करना पड़ेगा? We need to create existing group. Select existing करो सकते हो. Just 1 minute. Just 1 minute. So here we need to create the traffic. So allows HTTP traffic from the internet, and like that. This is the configuration. Okay. So you need to add that. Okay. So select the existing group. So for that we don't have any group. Okay. So if you want to select earlier group, then we can check on this box. So default group is there and this wizard is there. Okay. So click on the new, and here we allow the HTTPS traffic. Okay. HTTP traffic and HTTP protocol traffic. Okay, so for the web server we require these two options. Okay, done. Now after that we need to add the storage. Okay, by default it will provide only 8 GB of that. Okay, so now I will use 30 GB. Okay, so free space jitna bhi hota hai na, so that will be I will use it. Okay, now advanced digital, so all information will be updated. Okay, क्या क्या किया हमने, we provide the, so inside that web server I will use web server. Okay, so just I'm using the word a web server. Later on we choose the AMI, later on we choose the insert type, later on we provide the key name and we downloaded that key. Later on I provide the network group and I added the security. Okay, and thus configuration, and thus click on the launch instance. Okay, so it took some 2 minutes, 1 to 2 minutes. See, I'm trying to access my instance. My instance name is a web server, having the condition is initializing, checks instance type is a pending, it will be created in a data center, US is to be. Okay, so it took some time. So what is a public IP? Public IP will be this one, public IP. Okay, what about private IP? This one is my private IP. So now my question is, if I'm trying to log in by using a public IP, okay, so I need to use this. For login purpose, just we use the public IP, and for internal operation, internal communication, we use the private IP. Make a note of that. Okay. Now my instance is ready. अब मेरा ना instance ready हो चुका है. Okay. Now I want to access. But right now I have Windows operating system. I'm not able to access. Okay. अब इसके लिए मैं पुट्टी यूज कर सकता हूँ, but I don't have the key. .ppk key मुझे available नहीं है. I have only pem key. This one is my pem key. I don't have ppk key. What should I do? So open the putty gen, click on that, load the pem key, load the pem key. This one is my pem key. The pem key is loaded as it is. So this one is my address. See, ये होता है SSH algorithm. By using that we can able to access. Now we need to convert .pem key into ppk key. So what should I do? I will use save private key. So it will ask yes, do you want, and I will use same name, PESCOE. आपको नेम चेंज करना है तो चेंज कर सकते हो. Okay, don't worry about that. But make a note of that कि वहाँ एक्सेस करते समय आपको यही की लगने वाली है. Okay, pem key. So later on we'll convert it into ppk. See extension .ppk. So if you want to change the name, you can do that. ऐसा नहीं है कि यहाँ PESCOE है तो यहाँ भी PESCOE है चाहिए. So click on that. So see .PESCOE ये की आ गई यहाँ. Okay, now we can able to log in it. Okay, so इसीलिए मैं बोल रहा था कि डायरेक्टली अब भी ऑप्शन आया है कि डाउनलोड .ppk की. Earlier it was not sure. तो आपको दोनों मेथड पता होने चाहिए कि .pem से भी कैसे एक्सेस करते हैं, .ppk से भी कैसे एक्सेस करते हैं. इवन दो लेटर ऑन विल डू एक्सेस ऑफ .pem की से भी हम कर सकते हैं. VPC के अंदर करेंगे हम एक इंस्टेंस से दूसरी इंस्टेंस के लिए. ओके, नाउ विल लॉग इन इनटू द सिस्टम. क्लिक ऑन पुट्टी. Now check for the public IP address. So this one is my public IP address. Go to that website, paste it. Okay, later on data, click on here, will provide the Ubuntu, and just we need to provide the auth key, authentication. The name of key is PESUV. We'll add that PESUV. Go to the session and save web server. Okay, web server. Before that, just appearance एक बार check कर लेता हूँ, because I want to increase the font also and background color also. Okay, foreground color. Done. Just I will save it and I will open it. Done. So we need to accept the terms and condition. It will checking for the permission, and done. We'll log in into the system. Okay. See, what is the IP address? Private IP address. This one. Whenever I log in into the system, I just use a public IP, and when I perform the operation, we use private IP. See, this one is a private IP. If you want to cross verify, you can check it. See, 172.31.22.24.254. Okay, now check out 254. 172.31.22.254. So what type of IP address is? Private IP address, class 2 or class B. IP एड्रेस कौन सा है? क्लास बी का है. मेजरली क्लास बी के IP एड्रेस यूज होते हैं AWS के अंदर. पब्लिक IP कुछ भी हो सकता है, whether it is class A or whether it is class B. So right now which type of classes? So public IP 3 है. 3 मतलब 1 to 9 and 11 to 126. अगर कोई भी स्टार्टिंग में डिजिट आता है ना, तो we can say that class A IP. This one is a class A IP. Now just I will copy that public IP, and I am trying to access my website by using a browser. मैं browser से access करूँगा. See, this site can't reach. Okay, because उसके अंदर कुछ भी नहीं है. See, मैंने कल भी बोला था कि if you are trying to purchase the public IP, you need to pay 2,000, 1,000, 1,500 per month. Okay, but ये public AWS का बहुत अच्छा है. They provide a public IP as a free. Okay, so इसकी charges नहीं लेते ये public IP के. Okay, so now we need to install the web server on the website. Right now when I trying to use that, I don't have it. Okay, so just we'll install the one package. We'll install the web server. Okay, so for that just we need to install one package, sudo ebd-get Apache 2-y for yes. Okay, so will this use package. So ये क्या कर देगा, आपके ना वेब सर्वर एक्टिवेट कर देगा. Okay, ब्राउजर बेस पे वेब सर्वर एक्टिवेट कर देगा. Later on we will configure that. By default जो भी आएगा ना, whenever we install that, by default we get the web page of Apache. Okay, so we get the content, by default content of that page, and later on whenever we require we need to change it. Okay, so go to the website, go to the terminal, and first of all update the system. Okay, एक बात याद रखना, whenever we log in into the system, first command we need to use is sudo abd-get update. ये कभी भूलना नहीं. Okay, so जो भी problems होते हैं, for example packages होते हैं, उनके कुछ updates वगैरह रहे, तो ये इससे नहीं डाउनलोड कर लेता है. So it will maintain the update, it will update the system. अभी I am using the 18. Okay, Ubuntu 18. Okay, और उसका AMI भी create हो चुका है, but still if they require some packages, see ये packages की size है, it will be downloaded. So make a note of that. Whenever we use that, first we need to use sudo apt-get -update. That's right now. See, done. Every update is everything is updated. Now second important thing, sudo apt-get install. Okay, Apache 2. Okay, if you want to provide -y, then you can. If you don't want to provide, later you need to add. Okay, so for example, right now I don't want to provide sudo apt-get install apache 2. See, it will ask for yes or no. यहाँ प्रोवाइड करना पड़ता है. अगर वही मैंने प्रोवाइड कर दिया ना, सो इन दैट केस जस्ट -y, तो फिर मुझे पूछेगा नहीं, ऑटोमेटिकली इट विल बी डाउनलोड एवरीथिंग. Whenever we install this thing inside the whenever we install this package, automatically one folder will be created inside the /var folder. Okay, and that folder contains all apache details. For example, index page जो होता है ना, so that information will be available inside that page. var के अंदर एक folder create होता है www नाम का, उसके अंदर html होता है और उसके अंदर index नाम का एक पेज होता है. we'll check for it. So earlier जब आप इंस्टॉल करने के पहले ये फोल्डर चेक करते हैं ना, तो नहीं मिलते ये. ओके, सो जस्ट आई एम ट्राइंग टू रिफ्रेश इट. सी, earlier I am not able to access my website, but right now whenever I install the Apache, at that time I got the website. See, अभी ये स्टैटिक वेबसाइट है. ओके, यूजर इंटरेक्शन कुछ भी नहीं, और ये पूरा बाय डिफॉल्ट है. ओके, सो इसका कलर एवरीथिंग इट इज बाय डिफॉल्ट. इसकी बॉर्डर, अब इसके लिए आपको CSS लगता है. ओके, सो और सब HTML5 के कॉन्सेप्ट लगते हैं, तो ये ऑटोमेटिकली आपको स्टैटिक वेबसाइट आ जाएगी. ओके, सो दिस वन इज योर स्टैटिक वेबसाइट. नाउ आई वांट टू कॉन्फ़िगर दिस. आई डोंट वांट टू यूज द बाय डिफॉल्ट पेजेस. मुझे ना बाय डिफॉल्ट पेजेस यूज नहीं है. सी, रिफ्रेश करता हूँ मैं. अर्लियर ये तो एक्सेस ही नहीं हो पा रहा था, अभी तो एक्सेस हो रहा है. ओके, सो what should I do? I will configure that. So what is the configuration path? See, ls करके देखो, कुछ भी नहीं. so आपको जाना है cd/var. ओके, इस फोल्डर के अंदर जाना है और ls करना. राइट नाउ सी, www यहाँ कहीं दिखाई देगा आपको. लोकल, सी दिस वन इज www फोल्डर. ओके, सो इट इंडिकेट्स वर्ल्ड वाइड वेब. सो ये कब आता है, कब जनरेट होता है? whenever we install the apache 2 package. Okay, apt-get install apache 2. whenever we install that package, at that time only, at that time this folder will be appear. अब ना इंस्टॉल करने के पहले ना cd/var देखना. अभी प्रैक्टिस परफॉर्म करोगे ना, सो इन दैट केस, सो जस्ट cd/var फोल्डर के अंदर जाना और उसके अंदर www फोल्डर है कि नहीं ये देखना. ओके, राइट नाउ आई ऑलरेडी इंस्टॉल, सो फॉर दैट दिस फोल्डर इज अवेलेबल. सो whenever we use cd www change directory and press the ls, we get the html folder. Go to that folder html, we get the index.html folder and index.html file. अब इसको रीड करना है तो आपके पास बहुत ऑप्शन है कि @, head है, tail है. ओके, vi एडिटर है, नैनो एडिटर है. जस्ट आई विल यूज. सी, ये पूरा कोड आ गया इसका. ये कोड जो होता है ना, ये डिवीजन, लिस्ट, टीटी, अब ये CSS एंड HTML5 है. दैट्स इट. ये पूरा कोड आ जाएगा. अब ये पूरा कोड एग्जीक्यूट होगा तो ही ये पेज ऐसा डिस्प्ले होगा. ओके, सो व्हाट शुड वी डू? विल रिमूव दैट पेज. चलो, रिमूव दैट पेज. ls rm index.html. permission. We don't have permission, but right now we have, because we use ls, we use the sudo, sorry. Okay, so right now I don't have file. Okay, now अभी फाइल तो मिसिंग हो गई. अभी इसे रिफ्रेश करूंगा तो ये दिखाई देगा क्या? नहीं. See, earlier it was shown because मेरे पास फाइल थी. अब क्यों नहीं है? Because I don't have file. Okay, so here we'll create one file. अब आपको HTML5 आता है, आप सेकंड ईयर में, आपको फर्स्ट ईयर में पढ़ा है, तो यही बेसिक परफॉर्म करने चलो, और फिर बाद में CSS वगैरह पढ़ना है. सो उसके बाद में आपको पैडिंग, स्पेसिंग ये समझ में आएगा. लिस्ट है, बटन है, कैसे यूज करना. सो व्हाट शुड आई डू? आई विल क्रिएट वन फाइल हैविंग नेम index.html and I'm using a sudo also. Why we use a sudo? See, we don't have permission to work inside the slash folder. स्लैश के अंदर वर्क करने के लिए आपको कंपलसरी sudo लगता है. ओके, स्लैश वॉट एवर इट मे बी, /var, except home /var/media/temp. Okay, so sudo nano index.html, and inside that I will use my HTML tags. Okay, basic दिखाता हूँ आपको. अब बहुत सारे मार्क्यू टैग है, बॉडी टैग है, आप बहुत सारे टैग्स यूज कर सकते हैं. Okay, so just I wrote some lines. So I will control O, enter, control X. We all know that cat. Just will read out file cat index.html and just check out HTML open, HTML close, body open, body close, h1 open, h1 close. Okay, so done. Now check out. Okay, कभी भी याद रखना, एक्सेस करते समय आपको पब्लिक आईपी ही लगेगा. Okay, right now this one is my public IP. I'm trying to refresh it. See, PES College of Engineering Aurangabad. Hello student. If you know HTML tags, or if you don't know, go to the W3 school and use some script, predefined script जो होते हैं ना, उसके यूज करो कि आप ये ऐसे यहाँ पेस्ट कर सकते हो और सीख भी सकते हो यार. Okay, see HTML tutorial. Click on that tutorial, आपको पूरा इंफॉर्मेशन मिल जाएगा W3 school का. Okay, so this is about today's lecture. So if you want to modify, you can modify whatever it may be. आपको जो भी करना है ना, आप यहाँ से कर सकते हो. See, I want to add h2 tag. Okay, so यहाँ मैं add कर सकता हूँ h2 tag. Open, ठीक, नीचे चले जाओ. h2, इसको मैं close करता हूँ. /h2. ये बॉडी के ऊपर ही दिखाई देगा. ब्रांचेस ऐड करता हूँ मैं. Just I will write CSE for example purpose. Okay, so just I had added a CSE. Check out PS College of Engineering. So in that we get the CSE. पर अब टैग की साइज चेक करोगे तो H1 का ज़्यादा ही रहता है, H2 का कम रहता है, H3 का उससे कम होता है, H4 का उससे कम होता है. लास्ट में आपका बॉडी टैग रहता है. Okay, so we can modify that. Okay, so done. So if you have any query till now, let me know. We'll discuss about that कि कैसे करना है. Make a note of that. Whatever you did, just you need to follow the steps. अभी मैं वीडियो मैं कल भी डे आफ्टर नहीं लास्ट लेक्चर का भी वीडियो मैंने भेजा था, तो उसकी ट्रैफिक में देख रहा हूँ तो आप नहीं देख रहे हो. So even though I think lots of students don't have the account. See, अगर अकाउंट रहेगा तो ही आपको समझ में आएगा. when you trying to perform the operation तो ही आपको समझ में आएगा. Okay, so just I will take the attendance 1 minute. Done. So make a note of that. जैसे भी आप काम अपना ये जो प्रैक्टिकल मैं बता रहा हूँ ये परफॉर्म करते हैं. whenever you trying to perform the practical, make a note of that. After completion of the practical, you need to terminate the instances. Okay, because हम ये पे नहीं कर सकते. For example, आप 1 hour के लिए मैंने यूज़ किया है तो $0.04 I will pay that. Okay, so ऐसा नहीं होता है कि पे करना ज़रूरी है. जस्ट बिल जनरेट होता है. अगर 2 महीने के अंदर नहीं पे किया तो अकाउंट सस्पेंड हो जाता है. So later on we'll create our own another account. Okay, ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता। सो ऐसा मेरे साथ में बहुत हुआ है कि मेरा बिल जो होता है AWS का, सो नियर अबाउट 1 lakh when I do the practice of Hadoop, so I will conduct the classes of Hadoop. in that case जो मेरा बिल होता है, so वो it would be near about 1 lakh, 1,05,000, 10,000. so it is not mandatory to pay that. Okay, make a note of that. So once the bill will be generated after 30 days, they will provide 1 month to pay the bill. अगर उसके अंदर पे करते हो तो रहेगा अकाउंट, अदरवाइज इट विल टर्मिनेटेड। लेटर ऑन वी विल क्रिएट सेम अकाउंट हैविंग सेम क्रेडिट कार्ड और डेबिट कार्ड। ऐसा कुछ नहीं, ये 2-3 बार कर सकते हैं। जैसे भी 2-3 बार हो गया तो ये आपका क्रेडिट कार्ड क्या करते हैं, एक्सेस वो क्रेडिट कार्ड से अकाउंट नहीं बनाने देते। ओके, सो इतना ही है, दैट्स इट। ओके, सो हाउ विल टर्मिनेट दैट? सो क्लिक ऑन द वेब सर्वर और जो भी इंस्टेंस है, गो टू द एक्शन, इंस्टेंट स्टेट एंड टर्मिनेट। इतना याद रखना है आफ्टर कंप्लीशन ऑफ प्रैक्टिकल। अब से मैंने टर्मिनेट कर दिया, ये शटिंग डाउन है। अब इसके अंदर अर्लियर एक्सेस किया था, ये स्टैटिक है पूरा। ओके, ये डायनामिक नहीं है। ओके, व्हेन आई गो टू द रिफ्रेश पेज, ये साइट नॉट रीचेबल बोल देगा, बिकॉज अर्लियर वो एक्सेस था क्योंकि डेटा अवेलेबल था। अब ये डेटा अवेलेबल है क्या? नहीं, ये तो घूम रहा है। सी, क्योंकि ये ना घूम क्यों रहा है? बिकॉज ये आईपी ही डिलीट हो गया, आईपी ही रिलीज हो गया। अगर आईपी रिलीज हुआ तो फिर एक्सेस कैसे होगा? इसकी वजह से घूम रहा है। ओके, अगर ये मैं पेज डिलीट करता था index.html तो इंस्टेंटली मिलता था। सी, साइट कांट बी रीचेबल। ओके, so like that you can do the practical. So first of all, I will suggest each and every student to create the account in AWS. Tomorrow we'll discuss about the volume and snapshot. कल हम ना वॉल्यूम एंड स्नैपशॉट के बारे में पढ़ेंगे। फॉर एग्जांपल, how we'll take the backup. Okay, what is incremental backup? What are the volumes? Can I add more data? For example, I had 50 GB of data and वो पूरा का पूरा fill हो गया। Later we require a disk of 100 MB. So how will I add that disk? How will I attach that disk with our existing disk? कैसे check करना है? LSBL की क्या है? Like that stuff. Tomorrow we'll discuss about it. So till now, if you have any query, let me know in a chat box or let me know. Unmute yourself and let me know. Quickly. Don't have any question? Okay, so we'll close the session. Okay, so thank you, have a nice day. I will share the videos.